Hello, 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 everyone. This is Cathy, and I'm here with a new fun project. And I know my last journal project was a fail, at least for me. I did get some nice comments, but it just wasn't working for me. So I'm going to start a new project. This is going to be a tag journal, and I'll make it along with you if you'd like. This will be more of a tutorial. And what it's going to be a journal. This will be the cover. I haven't decorated it yet. They all have big pocket at the top. This will open up to reveal the signature. That will have a pocket with a smaller tag and a large tag in the bigger pocket. And that's what we're going to be making. Today I'll be making the base of the entire journal, and maybe I'll get the base cut out for the tags. But we won't be doing any decorating today. I just want to show you what to do. It's rather easy and you could probably figure it out, but for those of you that are new, this will be a fun project. Okay, first of all, let's get down to materials. Materials include scissors and a trimmer, glue, a hole punch, loose leaf rings, these little guys. Now I used 1 inch. You could actually go to 1.5 inch if you choose. Mine are colored, doesn't have to be. Scrapbook paper, that's the thinner journal kind of paper, and cardstock, a little heavier paper. Assorted ephemera, stamps, inks, and anything else that you're going to choose to decorate your tag journal. What we'll be doing is we're going to have a bunch of tags that we're going to have to decorate for the journal, and we're going to do that over a couple of episodes. There'll be about 15 to 30 tags that we'll need to decorate. Okay, those are the general materials. Let me give you some measurements. First of all, you're going to need 15 pieces of scrapbook paper, 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. This has been cut out to 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. And I want you to score it at 3/4 of an inch and 5 1/2 inches. You need 2 pieces of cardstock paper for the cover, with those same measurements and same score lines. So 15 pieces of the inside. And the reason I say 15 pieces, because I'm choosing to have 15 separate pockets for my journal. So there'll be 15 of these within the journal. You can choose to have 10. You can choose to have 20. It's really up to you. Just remember, the more of these that you have, the larger the rings that you'll need to keep it together. Each of these will have a pocket on it. So you're going to need 15 pieces of scrapbook paper. That's 3 3/4 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And for the tags, there'll be 15 cardstock tags at 7 by 4 and 15 cardstock tags at 5 by 2 7/8. Now, you might choose to cover the tags with scrapbook paper or collages, so you'll need different materials in order to do that. I did not include those. Okay. So those of you who want to take a screenshot of the measurements, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to get started with the first signature. Okay, It's already 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. I'm going to score it at 3/4 and 5 1/2 inch. I didn't tell you that you need a scoreboard. You don't need, I mean, you don't have to have that. You can use a ruler, but I think it's markedly easier to use a scoreboard. We're going to score it on the left edge at, let me turn this over, the left edge at 3/4 of an inch. Right there. And then we're going to score it at 5 1/2 inches. Just like that. Next, what we're going to do is, if you have a notcher or a circle punch, we're going to cut notches in it. So, first we're going to fold it. And if your fold is funky like mine, not to worry, you can always straighten it out. So mine needs a little trimming, and I'm going to do that now. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down next to that first score line and across to make it into a large pocket. And I want my flap to go on the left-hand side as I did this one. That means that I'm going to overlap it on the top. Let's get some gluing. Always keep my little guy with my makeup sponge and 2 needles. Some of you have asked me what kind of glue I use. I use art glitter glue. That's just my preferred. And okay, what you want to do when you go to notch your pocket, because you want it to line up with all the other pockets that you're notching, either wait to do them towards the end or line it up with the one you've already done, which that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I notched it in the right place. The next thing you want to do is add a little bit of ink. You can do your inking at the end. I just think if, you know, I remember it a little more easily if I do it as I go. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the holes. Again, you want the holes to match up. So use a previous one that you've already hole punched to line it up so that there's no mistakes. And I'm going to do that like this, except I'm going to get the trash out of there. And here. Okay. So now you'll notice on these, I've cut the corners off. Again, you want to line it up and cut off the corners so that they match the rest of your inserts. Just like that. Okay. Now I have already completed my other inserts. I did not glue them yet, and I did not cut the corners, which I'm going to do now. Put it up to this one, and I haven't notched them. So, going to do that. Okay, and I'm going to notch them a couple, well, actually not a couple, one at a time. And you could mark it instead of holding it up. I just think it's easier just to do it like that. And we're going to keep going. Let's see if I can do two at once. Save us some time. I love this notcher. I got it on Amazon. It's just a little something different other than the circle punch that we're used to using. And this is a really, I think, an easy little journal to make. You could also use it instead of for tags. You could use it to hold ephemera. It'd be great if you're traveling and you wanted to hold some ephemera to put in your travel journal as you go. And one more. Okay. So we have our holes. Now we need to glue. So after we glue, then we'll put on the pockets. And remember gluing down the bottom and right next to that score line, the 3/4 inch score line. And you see that it looks like I'm going to have to trim it in some places. Not going to worry about that now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish gluing these so you don't have to sit and watch me glue it, and I'll be right back. Okie doke. I'm finished with those. I should have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoa. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay. And I have already made the cover for the front here. Now let's make one for the back. It's the same thing. I'm going to take it and score it at 3/4. And score it at 5.5. Now the cover, you don't have to notch. You can if you want. I'm just choosing not to. Okay. And, well, actually, I could notch it on the inside, which I do think I'm going to do. No, not on the back. I'm going to leave it like this. But you can. Whoa, this one is way over. I don't know what happened. Okay. That's going to go in the back. And I have to trim the corner. Whoops. And the corner. Alrighty, the next thing we're going to do is cut out the pockets. And the pockets are 3 3/4 by 2.5. And I have some extra scrapbook paper. Now I printed out, let's see how much, because I did not include that in the, I did not include the paper for the pockets in what I asked you, what I showed you in materials. But let me tell you, I printed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I probably won't need that much. But let's see. So it's 3 3/4. Let me use my other cutter. By 2.5. And I'm going to cut a few at a time. I'm going to cut this edge off. And the bottom off. Okay. I guess I should have cut all of it off. Okay, so 3 3/4. So if you have directional, you want to make sure your directions are going right. 3 3/4 is the length. Right? Yeah. So 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And I know I'm not going to use all these papers. So I just want a variety of colors. So that's why I'm using these other pieces. But you don't have to do that. They'll probably be covered with ephemera anyway. But just in case they're not, okay. So I have some directional going this way, so I'm going to do it this way, 3 3/4. And another 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And it could be that I can use some of these, make them even smaller, and have a third pocket. What am I doing? I think that's all I need. Okie doke. And these, I do want to put notches in. Some of these I do not want to use, like these. Yeah, I wanted these. Not that, not that. Use those. No. No. Yes. No, no. Yes. 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 These are fine. So we need to make this. Let me cut off this because I want the stripes. Okay. So 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Okay. And I don't know that I have enough here. Okay. Now, that's good. And so I'm going to use that one. I want a variety. This one, this one, this one. I have a couple of those. Okay, and we're going to notch them. Line it up. Okay. So we do need to ink these up before we glue them down. So I'm going to ink it up, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm all done inking these. And I forgot to tell you, the paper I'm using comes from Vectoria Designs, her Memories collection. So, we want to make sure you have a choice. You can make different pockets for different signatures. I'm choosing to use the same type of pocket, and I want them to lay in the same place. So, using this as my guide, I want to make sure that I'm generally in the same place. So it's going to go right about there. And I'm going to go up the sides. And down the bottom. Lay it one more time. Okay, let me find another one. Okay. And I think the striped one will look good there. And let me just measure this, let you know. These are about, I'm putting them about 1 inch from the bottom and a little under about 3/4 of, no, about 5/8 of an inch from the right side. 1 inch from the bottom, 5/8 of an inch from the right side. I'm going to finish these up in the glue section, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm finished with the pockets. And this is a fun project because you can it's almost like mass making something. Now it might be later on that I want to do another type of pocket over on this side. Okay. Then we have the front and the back. Okay. Next, we're going to make the tags. So what I'm doing is I'm getting these ready to decorate. I'm going to make 15 7x4 and 15 5 x 2 7/8. And this is what they look like. And I made them this size so that they fit in the pockets without the little tag at the bottom wouldn't block the top tag. Okay, so I'm using pretty heavyweight cardstock for this. Now I also have a package of this, which might not be bad to use. Let's see what size. I might be able to get 2 out of this one. Well, you know what? I can make it a little thinner. Instead of 7 by 4, I can make it 7 by 3 3/4, it looks like. And that's what I'm going to do. That will save me some time. So then I just need to cut these at 7 inches. So let's do that. Take out 15. 1. Now, it might be that you want to make your tags as you go along, because you might want to, for example, cut them out of cardstock, printed cardstock. And that you certainly can do. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to cut them plain. Then I can stamp on them. I can collage on them. And I'm going to cut these out to 7 inches. Let's see how we do. Woo! That's not going to go through that. Okay. And if you'd like, I'm going to do these without you, and I'll be back when I'm done cutting them. Okie doke. I am back. I have my 15 tags cut. Next thing I'm going to do is cut the edges. And I just fold them so I don't crease it and cut the corners. Just like that. Bend it. Don't crease it. Cut the corners. And you do that times 15. Okay. Next, hole punch. Okay. And I have these leftovers. These make cute little cards if I decorate them, so I'll save them. Let me get rid of this. And my next card is, next tag is 5 by 2 7/8. So I am going to use this. And I'm going to cut 5 inches. That way I can get, is that right? Yes. 5. And this, cut this at 5. And by 2 7/8. 2 7/8. So how many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this isn't quite, but I think that's fine. So I have 12. And one last. Two 7/8. And we're going to crease it. Not crease it. Bend it, don't crease it. Okie doke. There we have the tags. Take these out. Well, I guess I can leave them in, and we will decorate them and cover up the pencil marks. You want to make sure that everything's fitting and it doesn't have to be cut down. You see how this is going, covering the notch? I don't like that. I'm going to take just a snippet off. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put the holes in. Well, darn. Okay. Oh, I love this crocodile because it can put holes through anything. Okay. Now, okay, do that and that. This is where you want to make sure nothing's glued together where it shouldn't be glued. Oh, look at that. Look at what I did. So that means I need another one. I might have done that to others, so made extras just in case. Whoa. So I hope you join me when we decorate these, and you decorate yours, hopefully. I'll try to do probably a few tags a video, or do a few and then just do a flip through at the end. But I think it's fun to just have a challenge of, you know, decorating tags. They're fun. What you'll also need is some ribbon for your tag holes and eyelets if you choose. I'm only going to put eyelets in the front cover holes. It's just, you know, eyelets aren't cheap. So that would just be too many. I keep trimming the bottom because it's covering the notch hole. Not nacho, notch hole. Okay. think that does it. I am going to change the very first one into one of these. Excuse my head in the way. And I may as well change this one. I don't have to worry about covering it up. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Line up pretty well. This is the front. This is the back. Let's see if these are big enough. Whoop. I didn't make holes in this one. Did I make holes in this one? Yep. Well, let me do it with this. And eyelets. Ooh, something is falling from the heavens. Let's see, like the copper color ones. Actually, I need 6, 3 for the back. One, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, that's the front, and the back. Let's see about this. I think I'm going to hold off on these. Let me see what I've got that I could cover this with. What it needs is a cover on this side. So, grab a pencil. See if that works. And okay. Let me trim it just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to put these in from the back. So it looks more finished. Oops, that didn't work. I have the wrong one. There we go. Nope. Huh. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. This comes from the back. Now let's see if these fit. Now, what I would recommend doing probably is either putting washi tape up the spine of your inside pieces and then punching the holes, or using hole reinforcers. I'll probably end up going back in and putting eyelets. Okay, I think that's actually the perfect size. Okay, so I have to decorate the cover and then figure out what to do with these pieces on the inside. Then we'll have fun decorating the tags. And I also have some ribbon that I will be putting, I'm going to be using all different colors off of the big tag. So it'll be, I'm going to be using some kind of that, a little bit of, you know, muted tones for each of these, so it's going to look like a rainbow. I think that'll be fun. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you make the base and then join me for the subsequent decorating of the tags. So thank you for joining me, and you all have a good one. Bye.